Alright. Ladies, gentlemen, gamers! Welcome back. Welcome back. Some more patch note reviews. It's been a busy day. I've been playing, I've been watching, I've been creating. And lo and behold, the new patch slapped us in the face. I didn't think it'd be out, but it was out. And now, because I don't have work, even though I would have been out of work at this time anyway. I wouldn't have been home, though. I would have been exercising. But now that I'm unemployed, I can go over it quicker, because I have to go to the gym later anyway. So, we're here to go over it. And this is the Belveth patch, so I get to go over her and say my opinions, which are already in my reaction video, also on YouTube. But we'll still go over it slightly here. So, let's get started. The Lavender Sea continues to grow, and with it, Belveth, my new favorite jungler, descends upon the rift to claim it as her own. Join Belveth, the Void Empress, this patch. Why, thank you, right? I think I will. The numbers are in, and champions are now more durable. Wow, what a surprise. After the sweeping changes we introduced where we literally just buffed numbers to make them more durable, this week we're on cleanup duty to restore balance to the rift. Yeah, right. Two big things to keep in mind here. First of all, we don't want to over-nerf / buff any champion as an immediate response to the durability update, because it is a wide-sweeping update. We're avoiding this by considering each champ's individual strengths and weaknesses relative to their overall class role balance and preferred itemization choices. This is basically Riot saying, yeah, we know what we're doing and we're not going to do things quickly because we don't want it to be a gut reaction, which is fine. But I don't like the way they say it. They say like they fucking know how to balance their game. Second, since the 12.10 healing and shielding nerfs were done across the board, they end up affecting some champs more than others. Big shocker. This round, we're going through those champs individually and returning heal and shielding power when needed. Where needed. Or reinvesting that lost power into other aspects of their kit. In other news, we also have the brand new Ocean Song skin line, which for at least this time of the year replaced Pool Party because Pool Party wasn't selling well, and if you're not selling well, you don't get to make the cut. And we have Prestige Ocean Song Seraphine. Cool. Before you ask, no, the ocean they're in isn't the same as Belveth's Lavender one. Goodness, I hope not. And then TFT has new shit, and I played a little bit of TFT, and it was kind of fun. I might play the new one if they have the old ASOL, but we'll see. That's for a different video. So, Belveth. We'll go over Belveth near the end, just to keep it spicy. But, oh mama, I love her. I love her, but I'm a little scared, and I'll say why. But I love her. She's going to join us on June 9th, which is this Thursday, which is probably when the patch is coming out, right? Yeah, probably June 9th. Yep. Cool. So, Felios. What do I think of Felios? I think Felios is kind of in the same spot he's been for a while. When he came out, obviously he was OP. Then he was nerfed. Then they gave him a lot of stat boosts, and now he's kind of in an okay spot. He's a really good scaler. He's just a little complicated to play. He's not the best, but he can get really nutty late game if you're good with him. He's not great, though, but in the right hands, he could do a lot. So he's okay. I think he's okay. Felios has been very weak this patch. Okay. And he didn't get much help from the durability update. Yeah, because most of his problems are he needs to scale. We're buffing up his passive to help add a little more fire moon power to his guns. Oh, moon power, okay. Alright, so what are they doing? Passive. The attack speed is going up by a little bit, up to 45. That's actually a sizable amount. That's pretty good. And then the lethality is going up even more. I think personally, they just need to return it to armor shred instead of lethality. Or sorry, armor pen. If they put it back to armor pen, I think he'd be a lot better. But, you know, lethality is something at least, so whatever. Pretty okay. Not really anything crazy, but pretty good. Brand. This fucker is fucking annoying. I fucking hate Brand. Please nerf him. Brand has been on fire since the durability update. Well, yeah, considering people have more health and his passive is max health, I wonder why. Given that everyone having more HP increases the value of his abilities. Wow. We're partially extinguishing his ability to burn his enemies with % max health. Oh wow, I was right on the money. Look at that. It's almost like I know what I'm talking about sometimes. So 3% to 2.5, and then this leads to a about 1% nerf across the board. That's okay. it's dealable with. Because you get percent health everything on Brand anyway. You're going to get Liandry's. You're going to get fucking Demonic Helm or whatever the fuck it's called. Azakana's Helm, which has another, like, burn. He's fine. Brent's fine. Nerfed as fuck. Caitlyn. Caitlyn's getting a new skin next patch. So she's probably getting buffed here. Kate wasn't in a great place pre-1210. I don't think Caitlyn should be great in any place because she's oppressive and she's annoying. If Kate is too good, she becomes oppressive, which is the main reason why they have her drop off in the mid game. Her late game isn't bad. Her mid game drops off extremely hard for some reason. I don't even really know why anymore. I used to know. But her early is pretty good just because of the range and the pressure. A good Caitlyn player is similar to a good Felios player, though. I don't think Caitlyn scales as hard, but she can definitely be a force to be reckoned with in a good player's hands. You can recognize a good Caitlyn player from a bad one based on the traps usage. The trap and the net. Those are the main things. Like a good Caitlyn would be like a god with the traps. But anyway, I think Caitlyn should not get a buff. I think she should be removed. I hate Caitlyn. So what are they doing? We're putting more power into her Piltovan Peacemaker to help her procure her proper place, pressuring preposterous people, aka her lane opponents. That was a lot of P's. Fera. So, so the Q, the physical damage on the Q is going up by, is it only scaling? Wait a minute. Wait, it decreased early and increased late. Oh, okay, it just says up there. Nice. I'm getting watermelon too, I'm excited. Mana cost increased early and decreased late. Doesn't matter. E-base damage increased and cooldown decreased. So they're, ironically enough, nerfing her early, which is interesting. They're nerfing her early. But they're buffing her late, which I honestly think is fine. I don't mind her having more range. Just make it like 625 or 600. Don't make it 650. The fact that Caitlyn has 650 range is fucking ridiculous, but this is fine. The E doing magic damage doesn't matter. It doesn't do too much. I mean, late game it scales, but 280 late game isn't a lot. And then the cooldown going down is probably the biggest thing. 10 to 8 seconds is pretty big. Caitlyn's slightly better. The mana cost on Q as well is a lot better, actually. Holy shit. But it's late game. Yeah, I think the Q is going to be hitting harder. The Q is hard to hit, though, on Caitlyn, unless you get a trap. But overall, Caitlyn's a little bit better. Fizz! I fucking hate Fizz. Fizz is OP, but they're probably going to buff Assassins because Assassins have been the laughingstock as long, or kind of with ADs, but not often. Assassins usually, like, they were right above ADs. Now they're below ADs, which is bad, but it is what it is. So they're probably going to buff them. Health growth decreased, mana growth increased. What? The title trickster has been keeping his head above water, but his big mana costs feel pretty bad in extended combat. We're giving him more work to work with later in the game, but they're bringing down his tankiness. So they don't want him to be too durable, because he's an assassin. That's fine. Fizz is still ass. Gragas, QAP scaling increased, cooldown decreased, E cooldown decreased. I don't know what it is about Gragas players, but I feel like they're like 200 IQ players, right? Like when you meet a good Gragas player, these fuckers will do so much bullshit with the barrels. It's like insane. Like they'll fucking throw the barrel at you. You'll see them put the Q in like a random ass spot, and you're like, why are they putting the Q there? And then they'll just fucking Q you, or ult you into the Q, and you'll die, and they'll body slam you with their fat Burger King belly, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? And for some reason, they'll one-shot you. I don't think that's been the case for a while, though, but I remember that used to happen. AP Gragas is a scary thing, but it's really fun to watch, so. I feel like Gragas kind of sucks, though. The fact that he's going, like, in my eyes, AP more than he's going tank is kind of not good. Gragas hasn't been keeping up with the extended fights. That came with a durability update. We're topping off Graggy Ice. Some more drinking power. So I'm assuming that means lower cooldowns. Yep, lower cooldown on the Q. More power on the Q. Really good by 10%. Damn. And then the body slam is going down early to 14. Damn, okay, that's pretty good. Gwendolyn, this lady is getting nerfed because of the same reason as Brand. She works off percent health. And she scales like a truck. I think she was already fine where she was at. But maybe Riot knows better numbers than I do with this update. Gwen has been the most dominant top laner in Pro thanks to her high skill gap. Due to her resilience, mobility, damage. In particular, with longer fight durations, she's more often able to cast Hollowed Mist twice. So we're increasing the cooldown of her incredibly powerful teamfight tool. In most scenarios, I would disagree with Riot, but in this one, I actually do agree. Hollowed Mist, aka her W, is so fucking annoying. It's really good. So anyway, I feel like this is fine. We're also reverting the E changes from 12.7, which was giving her dash more uptime. Really now. So let's see. So the bonus armor and MR she's getting is lessened, which I think already 20 early was a lot. I was surprised it gave you that much. And the cooldown going from 14 to 18 definitely hurts. That's an extra 4 seconds. And the cooldown refund on skip and slash is going from 60 to 50. That's kind of whatever. No one cares. So, yeah, Gwen took a little hit here with the W for sure. Her early is even worse now. Not cooldown-wise, but just armor and MR-wise. Irelia, this bitch needs to be fucking gutted. I fucking hate Irelia. Irelia is so stupid. She's so fucking good. I hate her. She's so unfun to play against. Like, a good Irelia will just kill you. Although, in the most recent patch, I haven't seen her go too crazy. But we'll see. The durability update didn't do our Blade Dancer any favors, as it shouldn't. She's OP. Greatly reducing her potential to get kills in the early game, which she shouldn't. She's OP. While this was intended, she's a bit weaker than we'd like, so we're giving her a small, sustained boost. Oh boy, more healing. Okay. Better buff Irelia. Yeah, right. So the heal on the Q is going up in scaling, which is not good. And then the E cooldown is going down. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think this was completely not needed. I think Irelia should just stay stupid. She's so good. She's such a fucking good character. Kane. They're giving Kane a new skin next patch, so he's probably getting buffed. Darkened Kane has been reaping quite a lot of benefits from the durability. Pulling some power from his Q. Okay, so he was actually really OP. I think at this point, if they're nerfing Kane, even with him getting a new skin next patch, he was OP. So the damage is going to 65 plus 5 plus 5 instead of 5.5. So this is realistically a slap on the wrist and nothing. Kog'Maw, the guy who should really get an update at this point because his fucking passive is useless and so is his Q. AP Kog'Maw is just ass. I personally am of the opinion, I love AD Kog'Maw, that he's one of the few people, like him and Vayne, in my opinion, are like the two tank buster champions. Vayne will just kill anyone. Kog'Maw too. Like, they just shred you based on your health. If you build health, and even if you don't, they just do fucking damage. They're hypers. They're hyper carries, right? I don't give a fuck about AP Kog'Maw. AP Kog'Maw could go die in a fucking ditch somewhere for all I care. I want AD Kog'Maw to not only live, but thrive. If I'm going Kog'Maw, my team should fucking, like, expect to protect me. But anyway, what are they doing? He should just get reworked already. Q armor and MR shred decreased. Yeah, as if that was OP. Passive attack speed decreased. What the fuck? W percent max health damage on hit decreased. What the hell? Our little void puppy has started bearing his feints. Oddly enough, they look a lot like Junso's Rage Blade. Given his knack for gnawing through his chew toys and enemies in longer team fights, we're padding down his percentages. So let's see how bad. The armor shred's going down by like 2%. That's whatever. The attack speed's going down by 5. That kind of sucks, but he has enough attack speed, I guess. And the on-hit damage is going from 7 to 6. You're losing 1%. Honestly, I think it's fine. I still think Kog'Maw's strong, just don't touch him anymore. I don't think they should touch him in general. Kog'Maw's not a popular ADC. It's not even in meta, I don't think. Lee Sin, this character's ass. He should be removed from the game. Base AD is going up. Yeah, because he's ass. And then more damage, no one cares because Lee Sin's ass. Base AD increased, Q damage increased. Ass, ass, ass. Lee Sin's ass. Lilia, my favorite fucking top laner. I think Lilia is much better as a top laner than a jungler. And I've actually been really enjoying going the Riftmaker on her because of all the healing. Lilia functions so well in extended team fights because of the healing she gets and just the damage she dishes out by also being kind of tanky. Well, not tanky. Healthy and annoying. She's so fucking good and fun, and I love her because I love Dot and her. And she's beautiful. And I want her to be my girlfriend. Anyway, much like Brandon Kane, Lilia's abilities that deal percent max health damage were indirectly buffed. So they're toning it down. Her base health is a little less by 25, that's fine. And then the passive damage is going from 6% plus 1.5 to 6 plus 1.2. This is fine. This is fine. This is completely fine. This is easy. This is fine. Master Yi. What am I gonna think about Master Yi? I think Master Yi is kind of strong, actually. I'm actually scared of Yi. I feel like the durability update, yeah, it helps, but Yi does true damage, so it's like he doesn't care. And he got the durability update too, so he's probably better for wear. I don't know. I think Yi is kind of strong. It turns out that when a tanky champion can deal true damage, it's a little strong. We're taking down Yi's durability and true damage. Nice. They said they weren't going to over nerf, but it sounds like that's what they're doing. So let me see. The health growth, how bad? So instead of 2004, he's at 2369. So he's losing about 100 health. That's fine. And then the E true damage is going down by 12. That does add up, but I think it's okay. Just don't overdo it. I think they're okay. I think that's going to be the whole theme of this patch. Just little pokes here and there, little incisions. So what about Nunu? I think Nunu fucking sucks. Nunu has been a burst-reliant tank, and his nerfs in patch 12.10 negatively affected both his burstiness and his tankiness. We like him being slightly less lethal, but in exchange we're giving him some additional durability to offset the reduced damage. You can now throw more snowballs per game. Like a lot more snowballs. Really? Let me see this. So, his Q is healing him for more if he builds AP or health. Okay. And then the Q against champions is just better again. Okay, so he's healthier, I guess. I didn't really think that was his issue, but okay. And then the E cooldown is going to be 14 to 10. I mean, it's alright. I think that actually helps. Shaving 4 seconds off, plus you get some cooldown on it. I think it's better. It's 4 seconds. It's not nothing to laugh at. Yeah, I like that. I think Nunu should be CCing more. After you snowball in and you E and you ult, you should be able to just spam E. Because I feel like Nunu's useless unless he has abilities up. Which many champions are, right? But I feel like especially with Nunu, he's super useless. Like after the snowball, if you miss your E, which is possible, and your ult is very telegraphed and very easy to fight against and around, your E is basically your bread and butter. You should always be having your E up. That's fine. Olaf. I think Olaf, the new one, I haven't seen as much as the old one. I think it should be better, theoretically, but I don't feel like it is. It's weird. Well, let's see. With the combination of the durability update and his mid-scope, Olaf was living up to the Berserker fancy a little too much. Oh, wow, so they're nerfing it. I feel like he wasn't that strong. I fucked his ass. We're pulling back some of his bonus stats and making him less tanky. Okay, so what are they doing? Maximum value threshold for lifesteal. 22% to 30%. Okay, lifesteal is going down though. And then his Q, which a lot of people don't like that there's a minimum range now, is going down to 2.5 seconds. Okay. Damage is getting buffed though. Okay. And then tough it out. Cooldown is going up. Okay. And then passive armor and MR is getting nerfed because it is always on. You don't lose it. So that's cool. Olaf, slightly worse, slightly better in some ways. No one cares. Rakan, this guy has not been used in fucking forever because they really gutted his kit. They really made his kit super telegraphed and like really hard to do shit. Like unless you're really caught out not paying attention or CC'd in some other way, it's really hard to land Rakan's W because they really nerfed the speed on that shit, which was stupid. And the worst part is Rakan, he can sometimes get out, but I feel like most of the time when he goes in, he's not even tanky. So when he goes in, he just dies. And it's like, okay, you're a support who has to suicide to go in, and then you just get fucked. It's like, cool. Cool. So, let's see what they're doing. He should be buffed, though. Rakan was hit pretty hard by a durability update, giving his heavy use of shield and his reliance on getting takedowns. Something much harder to do with durable champs. We're giving him back what he lost plus a little more. So, his Q healing, which is pretty ass, is going up. 90, 110, about like 15 late game? That's nothing. That's ass. The W cooldown is going down a little bit more. That's still ass. And then the E is going down in mana cost. And the shield strength is going up by a little bit. These are all ass numbers. These numbers don't change shit. Rakan's ass. Rengar. I don't know what I feel about the new Rengar. I'm obviously biased because I play with Adrian. and Adrian fucking sucks cock at Rengar and just feeds. So I don't think I don't think Rengar is good, and you're supposed to build crit on him too, but I don't know if that's what I'm seeing. But I don't know. I think he's bad. Let's see what they're doing. Rengar has been finding a lot of success with his lethality and fighter builds recently, so I guess crit does suck ass. We're giving him some more generalized nerfs so that he can keep an eye on how his builds and amortization choices land. Essentially, you know what they're saying? This is what Riot's saying. Riot is saying, hey, we don't like you guys doing not what we told you we wanted. We want crit Rengar, go crit Rengar, or else. So anyway. Let me see. What are the general nerfs? Base health is going down. Okay. It's a little bit. It's not too bad. And then the cooldown of the ulti is going up. I actually think Rengar ult is up too often. I actually think this is fine. I don't mind if they give Rengar ult more power. Just make it longer cooldown, honestly. Rise. So, this actually comes with a funny little story. I've heard that the Rise mains are collectively coming together and intentionally inting games to get Rise's win rate so low that Riot has to buff him or give him a rework. That is fucking hilarious. Riot does not know what to do with Rise out of the 5 fucking reworks he's already been given, that the Rise mains are so desperate to have their character in a decent state, which to Riot is OP, and in pro play it's OP. I don't understand how they can fuck up a character this bad so many times. Just make it balanced, bruh. Just get better, forehead. So it's like, it's so funny to me to see that like the Rise mains, from what like Rise used to be to what he is now, is like a completely different thing. But these same mains are so dedicated. They're willing to tank not only their elo, their win rate, their MMR, like everything, just to see this champion in a better spot. It's so funny. So what are they doing? We're loosening up some of Rise's mana restrictions so his spellcasting is a little bit more forgivable while he's scaling up. This does nothing. We understand that this isn't going to resolve all of the issues he's currently facing. They said it. They actually said we understand he's ass. But this should help make him a little less blue while we look into new ways to make Rise feel good in solo queue without dominating pro play. Fucking rework him. So the E is going to be a little bit stronger. And the mana cost is going down. Okay, that's not bad. But it's not too good either. Samira. I don't know how Samira felt with the new durability update. Samira, in my opinion, is the female Draven, which means she can just hop on enemies and fucking kill them really easily. And she does like lethality. So I think champions getting more durable does kind of hurt her. Although, again, she's more durable too, but it doesn't matter if she's more durable. She just is supposed to kill you as fast as possible, which is harder with this new patch. So, I don't know. I think Samira's a little worse for wear. I hope we see a buff. AD growth is up, so her AD at level 18 is going from 108 to 113. That honestly means nothing. And then the Q is going higher scaling. Okay, cool. All right, a little better. I think this kind of helps. The Q is one of the main abilities you will always spam. That's really good. Senna. This is similar in my opinion to Rise, except I don't know how they manage Senna easier than they do Rise. I honestly don't. But I feel like Senna has gone through so many mini reworks at this point, it's like funny. So I feel like she's going to get nerfed because a lot of people have been complaining about her. Plus me, I hate Senna. Passive Mist Wraith drop rate for Senna's minions kills increased. Oh. Q slow strength decreased. Slow duration decreased early and now scales with rank. Senna has been too strong with the durability update. Yeah, because she's an infinite scaling with everything. AD, cool. Consistently winning lane and oppressing her opponents. We're taking down her power as a support in exchange, giving ADC Senna more chances to collect mist rates. So what does this lead out to? Essentially what this leads out to is... I actually wouldn't mind going ADC Senna too. But essentially, which ADC Senna can't even carry. Essentially what this means though is they do not like support Senna. I honestly think they've backed themselves into a corner with Senna. They have consistently had to change the same exact thing over and over and over again with this character. And you know what that is? That's the fact that they have to change the drop rate of the souls depending on if you kill minions or not. That alone, I think, has been changed so many times now that it's obvious it's a problem. It's obvious it's a fucking problem. But I still like it. I still like that Sun has infinite scaling, gets infinite range, damage, lifesteal, the whole shebang. Crit, I believe. I believe she gains free crit too. Like, she gains all these free shits, but she just doesn't scale well. So it doesn't even matter. But let's see. So when you kill a minion, instead of 2.1, it goes to 8.3. That is a huge fucking jump. That is actually really good. Who knows? I wonder what the percentage is for like if you don't kill them. I want to see how close it is, because if it's close, at that point I'd rather just CS. But we'll see. The soul on the queue is going to 15 plus 10% bonus AP. No, sorry, AD. I don't know if the souls count as bonus AD, but if they do, that's... I mean, it's a nerf, but it's still better. Slow duration is scaling up back to 2, but starts lesser. I think that's fair. I think her soul is way too strong on the queue. Overall, Sun's getting put back in line. That's pretty good. Swain! I think this character is interesting. I don't know if I said it last patch note video, but I like new Swain. The problem is I feel like he's very easily countered, and he's probably not going to be good in high elo. But it's high elo, even they don't know how to play. So, the main thing with Swain is Swain, if left unchecked in the team fights, can carry it. I think his laning phase is decent to kind of bad, and his mid game is okay. The better Swain is when he's in team fights ulting. Aside from the ult, maybe you can argue the next best ability is the E, but the ult is definitely like the bread and butter. The fact that it lasts forever and you're so tanky and you're healing and you're killing, it's like, it's so good. It's so fucking good. I can understand if they want to nerf it. Turns out Swain's new empire was patch 12.10, quickly rising to power in every lane, nerfing him across the board. Cool. So what are they doing? The healing's going down. He did get a lot of free healing. 1%, that's not bad. Visions of Empire, the hardest ability to hit. They're actually nerfing it. Holy shit. Wow. I feel like the W being so hard to hit should have at least nuked them. And it didn't even, I feel like, nuke them before, but they're nerfing it even more. Damn. I actually don't agree with that one. And then the R, healing per tick, is going down by 5% and then 2%, so 7% about. Damn. Interesting. Oh, not 7%, 7 points actually. Well, factoring in scaling too. It's going down by 5 and scaling less. Overall, I think it's okay. Silas. Silas is weird. I haven't seen Silas in a while. I feel like Silas is like Fiora. If he's a champion you're good at, he doesn't die, heals a shit ton, and just wipes your team. Not as good as Fiora does, but he has more potential with the ult stealing. I feel like Silas is okay though. With the durability update, Silas has found himself unable to burst down opponents like he used to. ADs. While his burst has been nerfed, we actually aren't planning on buffing it back to what it once was. Yeah, because Silas is a fucking animal. Instead, we want to give his power back in other meaningful ways, aka bullshit. For now, we're buffing his versatility, which, what does that mean? His mana cost is 10 less. That's trash. His healing is better. Ew. The cooldown is a little better. Okay, so that's buffed. And then the E, abscond and abduct, the best named ability in the game, is down by 1 second. Pretty okay. Silas is kind of a little better, but not by much. Excuse me. Whew. So, what do I think of Tommy Boy? I haven't seen him. I have no clue. I think this character is like a fucking ghost. No one fucking sees him. Unbenched, unloaded, unclogged. The durability update wasn't particularly nice to Tom. We're granting his fish's wishes. This fish's wishes by giving him some compensatory buffs. Because he's all about that big fat shield. So he's doing more damage. Wait. Yep, more damage if he builds correctly. I didn't even know you heal with Tongue Lash. Holy shit. And then heal is going up in base health. That's fine. And then the R shield strength should be a lot higher. And it almost is. That's pretty good. I feel like Shen's shield is ridiculously strong in terms of how much shielding it gives you. Which it should be. But Tom's shield is, I think, something that should give you more potentially. I can see an argument for why it doesn't, though. He can take you to safety. But, I don't know, if it's becoming an ult, it should do a lot. I mean, it does. 650 is not bad. I just hate how it goes away so quickly. But overall, Tom's slightly better. He's still ass. Talia, I heard they might be making her trans or something, but who knows? I think Talia... I don't know how new Talia is. Adrian's played her, but he hasn't liked her, which means she's probably not good, but I don't know, because Adrian kind of sucks now. So let's see what they're doing. I have no clue. Base health decreased. Oof. Passive updated. Q damage decreased. E damage to monsters increased. Talia's mid-scope update was great for Talia players, especially those in elite tiers of play. We're introducing some elite skewed nerfs. So base health is down. That's fine. The Q threaded volley is going up in cooldown. Going down in damage. Okay, this shit's ass. E unraveled earth now does 150% damage to monsters. Damn, okay. Talia can no longer cast R within 3 seconds of dealing non-proc damage. Oh, wow, okay. Bug fixes. No one cares. Taric, this guy needs fucking buffs. This guy's not used. He's too low range. And then to proc your passive to heal more, you need to get into range of things, which makes you die. But I think Taric is actually a potential really good support if they just give him a little bit of help. I actually really like Taric's. I think Taric's a really good support. What are they doing? Taric hasn't been the radiant gem he once was, so we're giving him some large buffs. Oh my god. So the heal per charge is going up by a little bit of max health, which isn't anything at all. Instead of 0.75, it's 1. So wow, 0.25%. That's ass, but okay. Yeah, it's really ass. Wait, no, not even. It was at 75. It's going to 90. It's still not with 1. Yeah, this fucking change sucks ass. What's the E change? Dazzle cooldown's going down, as it should, thank goodness. That thing is so low range and hard to hit that it should be on a low fucking cooldown. Similar to Nunu E. This is fine. Taric is going to be slightly better. Oh, and the stun duration's going up. That's really good, actually. Taric is pretty good. Taric is better. I don't know if it's enough, but it's better. Trend, the guy everyone wants to get reworked for no fucking good reason, because they hate him, but he's only going to get better. Trinmere looks like it took a big tumble in patch 12.10. His healing from Fury comes at a high cost, so we're reverting it. What are they doing? The base heal is going up, that's good. Base heal per Fury stack is going up, that's good. And then Undying Rage is getting a lower cooldown. Why? That shit is always up, Jesus Christ. Veigar, aka Vinegar. So, what do I think of Vinegar? I think he's good. I hate how the only viable build on him, and I say viable in my elo. I think, or not in my elo, looking at like, or thinking about higher elos. In my elo, you could do whatever the fuck and win. And it looks like that in high elo as well, but I feel like in high elo, there's only one real thing you could do on Veigar, and that's Predator Everfrost. I think if you're not doing that, you're considered trolling, which I don't think should be a champions only option. I'm not one to say like, oh, you know, champions should only be able to do one thing. No, but that's really all I feel Veigar could do. He could do other stuff in lower elos, but in high elos it looks like you're trolling. So what are they doing? I feel like they should buff him. Well, let's see. We're targeting Veigar's level scaling by limiting access on his E. This should bring his teamfight back to reasonable heights in late game. So armor is getting lesser. Interesting. Armor growth is 3.5 to 4. That's fine. The cooldown of Event Horizon is going up by 2 early. But early it's fine. I think early you shouldn't be able to spam this. Because once Veigar gets going, that E basically turns off a lot of champions' like chances of survival. Unless you have a flash or a very specific escape. I think nerfing the E is actually like okay. I think it's fine. Fix the bug where Veigar's Q Baleful Strike tooltip incorrectly stated that bonus decks could be obtained by last hitting champions. Ha! Wait, what? Oh, I thought it did double stack. Wow. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't. I always thought it did. Monkey Boy. I think Monkey Boy is ass, but he's been seeing a resurgence lately, so maybe he's getting nerfed because maybe I don't know what I'm talking about and he's good. Let's see. Wukong was already quite powerful before, and the durability update pushed him over the edge. Yeah, because he's a long-term fighter, which is good. So let's see, the cooldown of W is getting to be 2 seconds higher. That's fine. That ability is pretty strong. And then the Nimbus Strike is going down in damage, so they're taking a hit as clear, which is whatever. Wukong's still good, I think. Xin Zhao. What do I think of Ching a Ching? I think he's ass. I don't know how he... I don't know how most of these champions play with the durability update because I haven't seen them. Which might mean they're ass anyway, but... I don't know. I think Xin Zhao just needs to scale. He's like very similar in my eyes to Pantheon currently, where he's pretty decent early. I think he somewhat scales better than Pantheon, but him and Pantheon provide different things. Pantheon provides a lot of global pressure, while Xin Zhao provides a lot of team fight centered pressure with their ults respectively. However, I think ultimately Xin Zhao's probably the better one. Just because like his ult is more like you can use it in the team fight and it blocks everything else. And he can tank it and, you know, still block it. Pantheon I just think is worse. He has a stun, and then at most he could stop damage from one side. I think Xin Zhao's ultimately better. But he doesn't scale, so I hope they make him scale. Xin Zhao doesn't pose much of a threat to backline carries as he used to, so we're giving him a bit more damage. On his fairest spell... What is his fairest spell? The one that you actually have to aim? The only one you have to aim? Okay. So his healing is going up. Cool. Not by much, though. And then the thrust damage is going slightly up, too. And it scales harder. Cool. And then the mana cost is going down, too. That's pretty good. Okay, Zary. This character is ass. I think it's fucking tragic. And they better not do this with the new AD. Because the new AD is coming out with their melee only. So we're going to see how that is. But Zary came out. She was unique. She was great. Maybe she was on the borderline of OP. But the problem is her whole gimmick was usable with that old build of Bruiser Zary. Now they changed the gimmick to you have to use crit. You are heavily incentivized to use crit, and crit sucks because the whole reason of her character is, okay, I can move fast, I can zip around. I don't know if they wanted it to be if we catch you, we kill you, but it takes too long for Zary to ramp up to catch. To be hard to catch, for it to matter, for it to be justified for you to go crit. It doesn't make any fucking sense. With Bruiser, you could pick up the stacks after you ult to gain move speed, because you were tanky enough to survive, and you didn't do great damage, but it was overtime damage that was more consistent the more you fought, which then led to overall more damage than crit. It's not that crit did more damage, it's just that Bruiser lived longer, which made it do more damage. It's like, it's so stupid. They had something so unique that I thought was so interesting that at first I even hated. Because I'm the crit lover. I love crit. But with Zary specifically, I was like, this is okay. Like, it's fun. It feels good. It feels like it plays into her fantasy of, okay, she, like, gets faster. I guess Raya wanted the fantasy of, like, okay, she gets faster, and then if you catch her, you, like, insta-gib her. Like, you just slap her across the face. But the problem is she doesn't scale up fast enough with the move speed she gets to justify it. It's so dumb, and she's one of the worst examples of a recent champion who came out, who was fun, who then got nerfed into the ground and changed, and is asshole. Is absolutely fucking asshole. Zary is ass. So I hope they buff her. Q active damage increased. Good. Charged basic attack AP ratio and damage based on target's missing health increased. Good. Slow on charged basic attacks removed. Ooh, I don't know about that. WAD scaling increased. Slow strength decreased. Our cooldown decreased. Move speed per stack decreased. What? Stacks per champion hit with initial cast increased. Okay. Zary, we've nerfed you so much you haven't been remotely scary. Yup, and she's a new champion, and Rye doesn't like that. So this time around, we're giving you more damage to make you merry. That said, buffs come at a cost, and we're being wary. So we're lowering your utility mobility, you electric carry. She does not carry shit. So what are they doing? Burst Fire, the active, is getting a little bit of a buff and scaling harder. Okay, that's great. Her Q should be doing a lot of damage. So the passive one, the charged one, doing more and scaling better. Okay, that's good. Passive attack charge slow is removed entirely, but that's fine because it does more damage. That's okay with me. The W, going up in scaling. Yep, slightly scaling. Cool. That's ass. The W's ass. I honestly think the weakest part of Zary's kit is her W. And her passive, because sometimes you can't even proc her passive in some games. The slow is going down. That's fine, because you barely hit it anyway. Cooldown's going down. I think this should be something that should be spammed, personally, but whatever. W Ultra Shock Laser hits a wall. It will now critically strike. That is so niche. I mean, it helps, but it's very rare that this will really happen, honestly. You'll get it once in a while, though. The E cooldown is going down, thank God, because you never wanted to use this aggressively because it would never come back up. Cooldown reduction per attack is now 0.5. Damn it, that's how they got it through. Cooldown reduction per critical strike is going from 3 to 1.5. Wow, they really don't want Zary to be too mobile, but don't want her to go Bruiser. I would understand these nerfs if she was still using Bruiser, because then she's mobile and she's tanky, so even if you could catch her, you couldn't kill her. I would understand this if she was Bruiser, because then you could catch her more often and kill her, but you can still catch her anyway. But anyway, the Lightning Crash, the ult. I like it being lower cooldown earlier and later. I think Zary's ult is the main reason you should play her and why she's fun. The move speed per stack is going down from 1.5 to 1. That sucks really bad. And then the stacks per champion hit goes from 4 to 8. So you're incentivized to hit more champions. I think Zary's still bad. Just let her go Bruiser again, man. Stupid. Okay, items. Grievous Wounds. Despite the systematic nerf last patch, Grievous Wounds is still too impactful, forcing us to push healing to unreasonable levels. We think Grievous Wounds is such a big conscious choice. Yeah, you know what it really is? Everyone gets Grievous anyway because it's fucking overloaded into everything, and everything that builds it is pretty fucking good. Not just moderate amounts. Since that detracts from more exciting items you can buy, so we're now nerfing Grievous Wounds itself, which they shoved down in the beginning. Also compensating the items that apply to keep them roughly at the same power level. So Grievous Wounds, instead of 30, is 25. Thank God. I feel like when you got Grievous Wounds and you used it on a healing character, their healing did not matter. Like, it absolutely canceled out their fucking healing, and it was fucking disgusting and stupid, and I thought wrong. It was so fucking dumb. But now that it's not there, I think it's better. Or not as bad, I think it's better. I think this is an okay spot. 25 to 40 instead of 30 to 50, which used to be 60. I think that's good. These changes apply to all Grievous Wounds items below, as well as Grievous Wounds applied by abilities. Cool. So this is just the change, and Bramble got slightly buffed, but this number doesn't matter because it's too low. Same with this. This number kind of sucks. Oh, actually, wait. Oh, it's getting doubled. Holy shit, that's really good. Executioner is getting buffed, really good. Mortal is getting buffed in how long it takes. So, Grievous Wounds in general, the Grievous Wounds part is getting nerfed. The stats, or what the item does, is getting buffed. Super good. Mage items. We're tuning AP Mythics with a holistic approach to bring their power levels closer together. Liandry's and Riftmaker both went up with the durability patch, so they need to buff Ludens and stuff, or nerf everything else. The easiest part would be just to buff Ludens. Crown has been underwhelming even before, and has become even less desirable with lower burst. Yep. Night Harvester has been underpicked by AP Assassins. Yeah, because Assassins in general fucking blow dick. Anyway, what are they doing? So the AP of Shattered Crown is going up to 70. Cool. It's getting a little bit more power. Everfrost. The slow root duration is going down. Damn, that's an indirect nerf to Vhagar, but whatever. Liandry's Torment. The burn damage is going down. Okay. Ability haste on Night Harvester is going up to 25. Damn, that's a lot of ability haste. Holy shit. And then the cooldown per champion is going from 40 to 30. I mean, it's okay, I guess. And then Riftmacher, the item I use on Lilia as well. AP is going down to compensate for everything else needing to catch up to it. That's fine. Holy fuck, how much shit are they going to update this patch? Tank items. Tanks as a whole have been struggling after the durability update. Since everyone's gotten tankier, the tank class main advantage has been nerfed. I don't think they were tanky in the first place, in my opinion. Tanks late game, I couldn't really think of too many who are really tanky. Sedge is one of them who is. Cho'Gath potentially. Like there's some others. Rel is pretty tanky. Amumu's okay. But like in general, I kind of laugh because a lot of people in the league aren't tanky and they die too quickly. But that's just me. I think they need to buff tanks more, personally. Well, let's see what they're doing. They're getting cheaper items, which is good, I guess. More health, which is pretty good. Okay, more health, more health, more MR. Okay, yeah, so they're just getting tankier. That's really good. That's fine. Holy shit. Fighter items. Death's Dance and Movement Mortis have been hot topics. Cool. We wanted to see where they would land post-update. They're still too powerful, so they're going to nerf everything to bring everything back in line. Nerf. Lifesteal of Blade is going up, thank goodness. Cooldown of Maw is going up. Okay, that's fine. Zerk's Gauge. This patch is upsetting me. This is so stupid. Kraken Slayer. Okay. Kraken Slayer has naturally gone up with the extended combat time, so we're tapping down its third stack bonus too. This item is not OP. This item is not OP. Them touching this is wrong. Wrong. Okay, bring it down. Bonus true damage 60 plus 45%, 50 to 40. Damn. Bruh, they just want to nerf ADs. And then Umbral Glaive, that shit's getting nerfed too. That is completely okay with me. That is a strong item. Systems. The first tower's kind of slap right now. We overshot some of the early game damage, which has deterred some proactive and aggressive plays. So they don't like diving, which I don't either. I think that's good. We're toning down so they are much super safe. So the damage is scaling. Wait, what? Wait. Proactive aggressive. We're toning them down. Yeah, barely. They're barely doing anything. Toning them down later, more maybe. Wow, 167 to 162 early. Whoa. This changes ass. Demacia Cup, no one cares. Behavioral Systems, end of game chat is now opt-in. Oh, see, that's cool. I like that. That's actually such a good fucking thing. Holy shit. The toxicity in League has gotten worse. I don't know if I'm in Elo hell. I probably am. But my fucking god, these people are degens. And then bug fixes, no one cares. An upcoming skin. So, let's talk about these. Like I said in the beginning, the Ocean Song skins are replacing Pool Party for right now, because Pool Party didn't sell too well. And these have a little musical twist with them. Overall, I really like them. I think they're really good, and I heard they play music too, so that's a plus. And then Prestige Ocean Song Seraphine. I don't like the characters for, but the skin itself looks hot, and it probably has cool sounds and cool effects too. So super good. And then Battle Boss Belveth, not what I would have expected for the first Belveth skin, but still good. I think it's really, really good. It's a nice launch skin. No legendary though, but that's fine. And my god, they've cranked it up to 11 with the hotness from these characters, especially Zary and Ashe. Oh my goodness. Seraphine's kind of whatever. I think this doesn't look like Seraphine. The Prestige version, looks more like Seraphine. Anyway, now that all that is over, before I click that by accident, let's go all the way back up to Belveth. So, what do I think of Belveth? Like I said, my main stuff is on my YouTube channel reactions to her. Overall, though, to put it bluntly, she has an overloaded as fuck kit where she's like, there's no way it's not overloaded. It's overloaded as fuck. I'm sad it's probably going to get nerfed. I just don't know how badly. But she seems fun. But I honestly think she's not... I mean, her kit looks overloaded, but that could easily be changed with numbers, but I don't want her to be bad. We don't have enough, like, just fighter auto-attacking people in the jungle. Like, the main one I could think of is Master Yi. And now Master Yi is joined by Belveth in terms of, like, okay, mainly autoing, I'm gonna kill you. Like, her single target damage if she sticks on you is, like, infinite true damage. It's crazy. She's basically what I like about the jungle. You sit in it, you farm it, you get strong, and then you fuck people late. She's so fun. She looks overloaded as hell. Her kit looks crazy. But it's very, like, not team fight oriented. I feel like if the enemy team focuses you, you're supposed to build damage on her. I feel like you'll just die. Especially with how big you are, too. How much shit could just slap you by accident. I'm scared. I don't think she's gonna be, like, bad. But I can see a lot of people feeding with her. Let's just put it that way. But overall, I'm super fucking excited for her, and I'm excited to not be able to play her before the pass ends. But I'll try to in like the last 3 days I have, if I don't have a job yet. Even if I do, I'll still try. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll give this patch a solid. I think there was too many changes, and Riot doesn't really know how to balance their own game. But Bel'Veth is coming out. I was going to give it less than this, but I'll give it a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 Mark Merrills. Hope you all enjoyed. I'm out of here. Till next time for the next patch with the next shitty skins that are Chinese pandering. I'll be seeing yous.